everyone. Alright, let me get started now. It's funny that I picked this for this week's topic because I really don't have an opinion on this. I mean, I do, but I'm not gonna, I don't know. I did this to myself. Oh, alright, well, let me address something that Destiny said. First of all, I can understand how some people don't like how Stefan looks. I didn't say Damon wasn't hot as well. Just pointing that out. They're both hot. So, there's that. Alright. I also didn't know that Joey Richter is going to be in Glee. So, maybe it's good that I'm still giving it a chance. Because that would be awesome to see. Okay. I don't know whether I should start with the old shows like you did, Destiny, or I mean start with the new shows like you did, or go to the old shows first. I'm going to start with the new shows because you said something about Adventure Time, which I watch not religiously, but just this summer, or this fall I should say, a few weeks ago now, a few months ago I should say, I actually caught up on Adventure Time, and I haven't seen any of the newer episodes just because I've been busy moving and being lazy and stuff like that. So, but you said that you wouldn't let your children watch it because it's random. I don't know if you were talking just about that particular show or just all the shows nowadays. But while Adventure Time is random, I think it sends a good message. I don't see a problem letting my child watch it when they're older. Because if you look at Princess Bubblegum and Marceline and Lumpy Space Princess, who is awesome, by the way. They're strong female characters. They stand up for themselves. While Finn is a hero, I don't know why I said Finn. That doesn't make any sense. While Finn is the hero, Princess Bubblegum has proved herself worthy to save herself. And I think that's a great message to send to little girls out there. There's not enough of that out there. So I would definitely let my kid watch that show. Regular show, I watched maybe once or twice. I don't understand. Maybe I'm old, I don't know, but it's not that great. Gravity Falls, you didn't mention. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but that's actually good. I like that, you know, a show touches on the paranormal, and it's cute. I like that show a lot. I watched the first, 11 or 12 episodes. I haven't watched any recently because, again, I was moving and I'm lazy. You talked about My Little Pony. I also love My Little Pony. Applejack doesn't bother me. Who bothers me is Rainbow Dash. I want to punch her in the face. I don't know why. She's super annoying. She's a bitch. She is. She's a bitch. And I'm like, child, shut up. Okay? Rainbow Dash's way is not the best way. She needs to be brought down a peg or two. But anyway. But that's a good show. I'm not a brony or anything. I don't think. Other shows these days. You mentioned iCarly, which I did like. I liked iCarly. I thought it was cute. I would watch it when it you know, if there's nothing else on, I wouldn't watch it like religiously. I did watch the very last episode though. I always shipped Spencer and what's her name, Sam. Felt like a pervert because he was so much older than her, but whatever. I know I'm not the only one. Victorious. I watched that mainly because her little redheaded friend Kat on there is fucking cute as hell. Okay, she's adorable, and I'm not just talking about the character. I'm talking about the actress. She's like a little cutie. Like, oh my gosh. That's an okay show too. It's kind of like iCarly and Victorious. They're both kind of like, I don't know, goody-goody, I guess you could say. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here, but they're better than what Disney has on these days. Okay. Just gonna put that out there. Way better than what Disney has. Like, I haven't seen any of the shows, admittedly, because they look like fucking shit. Ant Farm? What is that even? Like, little 12-year-olds crying about, I don't even know what, like homework or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, bring back Raven, please. This is ridiculous. I can't, oh, I don't understand. You did mention Honey Boo Boo, and this is, I have a problem with that, because, Honey Boo Boo, while I do believe that, they shouldn't kind of have a show just because she's so young, I wouldn't go as far as saying it exploits her, but I think they're good people. They're raising their children normally. They're not raising them like the Kardashians. So, personally, I think the Kardashians and, you know, all those other fucking people who are popular just from being popular, at least Honey Boo Boo's family are raising them like normal people, is what I'm saying. They're not raising them to be after money or fame just to have fame. They're raising them, you know, with like normal people would. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The mom has stated in interviews that every dollar that she gets from the show actually goes to college funds for her kids, and I really like that. That's proving that she's a good mother. I mean, the dad still goes to work, and his money pays for the family to live off of. She still does couponing to save money and stuff like that. So the money that they're making from the show is going right back to the kids so they can get an education and better themselves, which is a lot more than a lot of mothers do these days. So I think everybody should back the fuck off of Honey Boo Boo. Thank you. Shannon has spoken. But anyways, that's a whole nother. I don't know any little kids like anymore. So I don't know what the kids these days are watching. I used to watch Tim and Eric. Awesome show. Great job. I don't know why. It would just be on and I'd be like, it's alright. Whatever. I do agree though that a lot of TV shows and comedians these days do focus on just getting laughs, just to get laughs, and not like, oh, I'll say fart, because farts are funny. First of all, no. I think farts are gross. They're not funny. But I know a lot of people think flatulence is funny, and I don't understand it, but whatever. But no, I agree that a lot of TV and movies cater to just cheap laughs, and I think it's ridiculous. A lot of TV in America, actually. caters to cheap laughs and cheap drama. And I think it's sickening and ridiculous, and I don't know. Anyways. Look, my video is going to be longer than yours, and I said I didn't have anything to talk about. Getting to the old shows. I do think a lot of young adults think that the older shows were better because of nostalgia. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but that's a good part of it. For example, I used to watch Gem and the Holograms when I was little, and it came out when I was, I think the year I was born or the year right after, but I remember watching it on the TV. And that was the shit, right? I watched an episode last year. The first episode, I revisited it. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is the corniest bullshit ever. It's ridiculously stupid. It's not cool. It's not fun like I remembered. So I think a lot of it is nostalgia. That being said, you mentioned Sailor Moon having a good message. I agree completely with that. But just like a lot of shows back then sent a good message, like some shows do now, there was a lot of shows back then too that were just for entertainment purposes only and not educating children. Oh, I also forgot to mention Dora the Explorer, because I hate that little fucking bitch with a passion. I hate that show. I'm going to go on a whole nother tirade, and I really don't want to be mean. But I hate that show, and I think it's stupid, and I would never, ever, 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 ever let my child watch that show. Ever. Never. So anyways, that's that. Going back to the older shows. You mentioned Captain Planet. Oh, it was so gay. You know it was gay. Don't lie. It was super gay. I mean, it did have a good message. Water! Fire! And then little motherfucking Indian boy gets heart. That's not a... it's not an element. It always pissed me off. I'm like, heart is not an element. Did they have an air? He could have been air. He could have been mineral or something. I don't know. Anything was better than heart. Oh my god. But it did have a good message, save the earth, which nobody listened to, obviously, since we have global warming, but that's a whole nother video as well. But, no, it was a good show. I watched it, actually, a couple years ago. They had it on demand on my cable, and, I was like, oh my god, Captain Planet, let's take a visit down memory lane. I watched one episode. I don't think I got through it because it was just so horrible. I was just like, no, I can't. Heart, motherfucking heart. It still bothers me. So yeah, one show I do remember is Salute Your Shorts. You didn't mention that. You did mention Ren and Stimpy. Hated that fucking show. Oh, I hated that show. It was so stupid. So fucking stupid. It was not only disgusting, but it was stupid. So see, they did have stupid shows back then as well. I never liked Animaniacs either. There was one episode that I really liked because it made me cry. And that was when, the little girl, she went back in time, and it was kind of like a silent movie. That made me cry. Rocko's Modern Life. Hated that. You didn't mention the Rugrats, which I'm surprised, because you seem like you would be a fan of the Rugrats. But, I was always on the fence about Rugrats. I I don't know. Any show back then, I would let my kid watch, except for obviously Ren and Stimpy. Pinky and the Brain, I would not let them watch. I would not let them watch Rocko's Modern Life. I don't think I'd let them watch the Rugrats. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. But, yeah, there was a game show as well back then. Fuck, I don't remember what it was called. I should have maybe looked that up before I made the video. But, it was like you had to go through this maze, like this temple maze, and I always wanted to be on it, but I was always fat, and I didn't live in California, so. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That was a good show as well. I always got the questions right, because I liked history, and I liked travel, and kind of mixed those two together, so that was a good show. But yeah, I don't think kid shows are what they used to be. Partly because America has changed. I do agree that people let the TV raise their children now, and I think that's bullshit. I was not raised by the TV. I read instead of watched TV. I was encouraged to go outside and play. I didn't, but I was encouraged to. And, you know, parents don't care anymore. They just let their kids watch TV or go on the internet or fucking play their Xbox and bullshit like that. And they're getting stupider and stupider. That's why, you know, cheap comedy, cheap laughs sell. Because that's how we're raising our children now. Whatever. Anyways, this is getting way too long. Next week, let's talk about something different. It's supposed to be really, really cold here next week. Let's talk about, I don't know, like winter, and like, I guess you can bring global warming into it if that is where it leads you. But I've noticed that these past few winters have been a lot warmer. Like, we have not, I live in Wisconsin, so you think Wisconsin, you think a lot of snow. We haven't even gotten an inch of snow this year, and it's already January. So, yeah, we can talk about global warming and seasons and bullshit like that. So, I don't know. Alright, yeah. So I'm leaving now. 18 fucking minutes. Look at this bullshit. Bye.